What's cracking, people? What's cracking, people? Anansi here, and welcome back to X-Blades. In this one, I'm showing off something that I forgot you can actually do. Um, um, every now and then, in certain vases, as we call them, you can find power-ups for your weapons. So you might notice that we have the ability to buy what is called buy the flaming sword ability. Well, in certain vases, you'll just have it. And it is actually pretty nifty to have in certain scenarios. Let's start from there. This is going to be the area where these guys become a little bit more annoying because, as you can tell, the bar is not lowering by us killing these guys. It's not. What we have to do is we have to go around and break these orbs. These orbs are what are spawning the enemies. What I recommend doing is taking care of the ones that are going to be a pain to deal with. You can do a little bit more damage on these. Keep your eye on the ghouls as much as you can. Remember that let's start to connect there. Don't let them connect. And yeah, so just break as many open as you can. Having double damage in this situation would be nice, but honestly, the way they throw enemies at you, having the ability to regenerate health is actually more important, in my opinion, than doing double damage. Because, like I said, the damage you do is the same on whatever mode you're playing on. So it's just and damage that the enemies take is the same whatever mode you're playing on. So it's not really in your best interest to it's not in your best interest to go out of your way. Too long, so I figured I knew one was going to try to connect. It's not in your interest to go out of your way to get double damage. It's just not. Anyway, destroy this one. These ones that float are always a problem for me. Okay. On. I think one of them is connected by now. Remember to always poke your head back when you're dealing these things and kill a couple of them. You never know which one is going to be going to do a connection. You might actually end up seeing the move this part. Get a little bit of health here because that was always the hard one because it floats. But yeah, this is the part that, like, when I first found out these guys do this move, and I found out how they did it. They would just connect, and I thought they were invincible too, but they're not. Luckily, the auto target will lead you to these demon orb things. Pretty sure these things are called, but it will lead to these summoning orbs, and then all you gotta do is just hack and slash away. Okay, so let's see. Any of you guys trying to be funny with me? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like a good chunk. It looks like we're already a good chunk of the way through there. So let's see. There should be this one over here, and here's a ruby artifact. Almost have our air slash, our aerial attack do more damage. Now the upside to doing it like this is that a lot of these ghost guys. Okay, we got 3 of these guys. I gotta break that chain. There you go. Once you break the chain, they have to reestablish it. And I think they only ever start like doing it like one at a time. I don't think they'll ever like just randomly do all 5 and then do the move. I think they actually have to like properly build it. So you get like 1, then you'll see 3, and then you'll see 4, and then you're just like, oh no. Okay, so there we go. Okay, there we go. But yeah, no, I mean, it's like, and you'll have areas like this. These orbs actually, if my memory serves correct, actually don't appear too much in the game. I think they did this as a way to introduce that, you know, if you tunnel vision too hard, certain enemies have gimmicks that will make your life, you know, needlessly difficult. No, you don't. 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 There you go. Aside here. With this guy. The best part is that while you're meleeing this enemy, this dwarf thing, you're building up a lot of rage. So you can just go back and fireball these guys. Enough to hopefully get rid of whichever one was closest to doing the move that's going to do a lot of damage to it. Here, another one is in the air. No, you don't. Always keep your eye out. While the enemies are not that difficult, it is very easy to get overwhelmed. And I'm going to stop saying that because it's redundant phrase at this point. But yeah, no, it's like, it's honestly interesting to have games like X-Blades around just to kind of change topics, because it gives you an idea of what it's like to have a game that is at least below average. This is not a game that I would classify as outright terrible. I have played games that are outright terrible. Believe me, I have. This does not come close. This does not come close to being outright terrible, but it does leave a lot to be desired. I'd be lying if I said that it doesn't. While I do appreciate the character designs and the enemy designs and what the story was trying to tell, Gaijin Entertainment should have let this one do a little bit more. Probably should have fleshed out the story a little bit more and really got a decent idea of what it is it meant to kind of have an adventure style game. Because this is supposed to be well, as I said before, a Tomb Raider / Devil May Cry X experience. I mean, you're a treasure hunter. You're a very sexy treasure hunter out to get an ancient artifact of unspeakable power that you can either keep for yourself or, as she said, sell for a good piece of cash. And you get more than you bargained for, and that's better. As you can tell, we have beyond the opening cutscenes, which happened when we first put the game up, and the first 2 levels. I'll say 2 levels. The first level and the boss. There just isn't a lot of development. Like, it's going to be a minute before we actually get to the next story, the plot relevant cutscene of this game, and that's just kind of how it is. Which once again tells me that the game probably was not finished, or they thought it was finished, and it really just needs a little bit more time to run, more time to cook in the oven, And there we go. We got Fireblades again. And by the way, there's no way to tell which phases give you the upgrades or not. At least if there is, I have not been able to determine it. Once again, I do not play this game enough to be able to give you that advice. I just know that that this does happen. And for the most part, it seems like the upgrades you get are fire and one other that we'll get to later in the game. Haven't seen too much in the way of other elemental blade upgrades. And I believe you only get the upgrade if you break it with your sword. If you shoot it, you don't get the upgrade. Okay, I got that wrong. How did you get over there again? Because I know there are some statues that we need to break. Ah, yes. Go over here. Ah, okay, there's a collectible over there. A scroll. I'm not sure if I ever collected that scroll, and I believe that the scrolls do not respawn after you grab them once. So I'll probably cut back if I can't grab it on this attempt, because it's not a hard one to get. Well, I say it's not a hard one to get. I've clearly never gotten it. Okay, I think I see I can get to that. Yeah, and I believe these scrolls unlock concept art. I want to say they unlock concept art. I don't think they unlock any like powers and stuff. There we go. Oh, it reduces the price of skills and magic. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, my bad. So yeah, they do respawn then. So you do want to try to look out for these scrolls as much as you can. I don't think there are too many of them in the game. Like, not enough that it's like you're gonna find them in every other level, but they're scattered enough that you can actually reduce the price down a pretty good bit. So let's see, where are our prices at now? Scroll? Yeah, it reduced it by half. So now it's at 12,500, but I think it's a one-off. It might be a one-off, I don't know. But we're already halfway there to getting lightning blades, which, I want to get the electrical stuff, not because I'm a big fan of electricity, that's part of it, but because, once again, it's one of the more broken abilities in the game. Just saying. Missed one object. Ain't that a... Oh, by the way, the scrolls will not show up as artifacts to collect. So you will never know you missed one or not. Alright. And now for this room. This room can actually be pretty tough because you're just in an enclosed space. And if you're not careful, oh boy. You can get blindsided by these guys who throw fireballs. Luckily they don't home, but they do a lot of damage. And they are surprisingly tough. Skills available? Nice. We'll get to that in a second. Right now, I am trying my best to not get murdered. But yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade this. And now, increased damage dealt 2. Single bullets make more damage than burst. So, if you're shooting a single bullet, so I showed you earlier. I showed you earlier that a Yumi has the ability to fire a burst round. Fire a rapid succession. If you fire in rapid succession, you don't get the damage upgrade. But when you run out of rage and start firing at regular firing mode, you get the damage upgrade. So it's not like a flat upgrade. It is. There are stipulations to it, which I don't mind. It at least gives you it's trying to make you think about the abilities you use before you use them, but could have been done a little bit better in my opinion. Now, I remember this room gave me so much trouble when I first played the game, and now I'm on pro mode here, taking them down. Like, look at this, like we're pretty much almost done. I can just kind of spam Earthquake and be done with this. This is the last one, right? There you go, level complete. Now you may notice that there are some rooms that are still blocked off. I said earlier, this is a very linear game. It is. Some rooms will be blocked off till we come back for them later. Anyway, next level. I missed an object. I always end up missing objects. What is up with that? So I'll continue on to the next one then, because that one went by pretty fast. Observation site. Okay, here. Okay, I remember this. I remember this location. Here, what's okay? One time my brightness being high might be a problem, but you do want to keep it up so at least you can see what's going on. Because otherwise, you won't see jack. Here's how this part works. Your classic spike trap. You just gotta avoid the spikes. And that's pretty much it. It's just, this is not the most well thought out trap that I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, who designed this spike trap? Like, it's like, wouldn't it just make more sense to kind of have the spike go up all at once? I mean, you know you're doing something wrong when God of War spike trap from the first game makes way more sense than this. It's literally, you pull the spikes down, time runs out, and you're dead. Okay. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Just keep it pushing. Oh, they're mixing it up. They're mixing it up. Oh, snap. I done goofed. They flipped the script on me. But yeah, I mean, this is not a hard thing to avoid, especially with the feel good suit on. You take a hit, you're gonna regenerate it in a heartbeat. And this goes on for a good minute. You'll know when you're done. There is a pretty clear delineation when the obstacle is over and done with. Like, thank goodness you can double jump, because this would be a nightmare otherwise.
Are you all right?
What was that?
The light magic.
Light magic.
They say there's a powerful artifact containing the light power hidden in these mountains.
There's an artifact of light? If it's really so powerful, it must be able to lift the curse.
Curse? There's a curse on you?
It seems so. I've had a run of bad luck lately.
This is no joke. Let me help you. What?
Run! Run!
And just like that, we're back in it. So yeah, so these are the upgraded forms of these monsters. Say upgraded, they're still not as tough. Same old. So yeah, just do what you usually have and go from there. But yeah, we got introduced a new character. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forget what his name actually is. It's in the bestiary. You can actually look it up. But yeah, so by all accounts, he should have been dead there, but it's an inconsistency with the specs in the game and the specs in the cutscene. I wonder if there's a correlation to that. Just not. Don't bother with it any harder than what it already is. But yeah, so that's once again our next story cutscene. But all it does is introduce that there might be a MacGuffin to help alleviate Ayumi's current worries. So that's all it really does. Go ahead and drop the hammer on these bad boys. And once again, we're just back to another gauntlet. So these upgraded specters, they do a little bit more damage, they hit a little bit harder, but it's still the exact same strategy. Don't let them form their connection to each other to do their ultimate attack, because these guys can still do it. Take care of the small fry when you can, and yeah, go from there. This, and there we go. Not bad. See, look at that bartender. We're already almost done with this fight. Yeah, as long as you're not, too busy worrying about the collectibles, so you can always get the collectibles later. I don't think there's a time bonus. You have to worry about that. And once you take care of all the enemies, you can then grab all the collectibles without worry of having to die in a fight. Because I think that was my main problem when I first played this game, is that I was just dying too much. I was just spent too much time trying to grab all the collectibles instead of just, fighting the enemies. This health gem, because I had the ability to do so. And they're trying to do the connection thing. Not on my watch. Level complete. Here's another extra one. So yeah, we can see that guy was trying to help us out. Best of intentions, but oh boy, did that just did not go the way it really needed to. Now did it? Because all he really did was just activate the curse, trying to be helpful. I mean, it happens. It would be kind of cheap to introduce, like, okay, here's the MacGuffin you need to solve Ayumi's problem. Oh, by the way, this guy has a magical cure. No, we can see that he has a heart of gold trying to help out, but not gonna lie, I thought I got stuck for a second there. See, he tried to help out, but this is not gonna be one of those simply put. You can just do a little dust, diamond dust, kumbaya and have that fix it. And now we do more damage when we strike in the air. We also have an air strike, so you press A and X at the same time, you go up. So like that. So you just hit A and X, and boom, there you go. So yeah, nothing too crazy. But this is what we really want. Our blades not only look different, we can press X and hold down X while moving in any direction. Do something else. So we got melee combo, powerful ending blow. You receive new gun blades. So let's say we do that. Then you just hold down X, and I think it's supposed to do more damage. I'll admit, don't have much use for it, but that's just me. At any rate, we're going to call it a part here. Let's go see our results screen. Actually, wait. I think I have enough. So now I can show you how this works. So the scroll gives you half off on items and abilities. We want to get lightning blades as soon as possible. We have enough for it. Let's go ahead and grab it. But once you use it, that's it. Once you use it, that is it. Now we have lightning. Lightning is 250. That's a lot of points. We'll be getting those later. I know what you're probably thinking. It's like, well, I went from 25,000 to 250,000. How are you going to get that much? Like, the rate you collect is really slow. Once again, after a certain point in the game, you actually collect souls at an absurd rate. Like, it is ridiculous how much you get. And right here you can actually see your upgrades and whatnot. And now here are your items. It's important to note that every time you purchase something from this, the price goes up. We don't need rage because Ayumi's rage represents every time she takes damage and every time she does damage, so there's no point in really grabbing this. Healing I could theoretically see you needing, but once again, if you have the feel-good suit, which I'm sure anybody watching this video probably has never heard of this game, I'll be showing that off when we get to it. We won't need to get this for this playthrough, and there's plenty of healing crystals lying around to help you out. Not to mention, I believe every time you complete a level, your health just automatically refills. So there you go. Now we've got. Oh, I meant to bind that. We're going to bind that to B. Yep, there we go. We're going to charge up. And now we do lightning damage. This does do extra damage to enemies, and I believe lightning does the most damage of all the elemental effects you can have on your weapons. Anyway, we'll show that off more in the next one. I've been Anansi, you've been awesome, and I'll catch you later. Mr. Valuable, that is unfortunate.